My fellow students, for ACCA AFM, I've heard you. Yes, I have heard you. Yes, Sean, please come to our rescue regarding this ACCA AFM. And I've taken that on board, even though with my very tight schedule, we at LIBS will be doing a 2-day revision course on the 18th and 19th of November. Remember the date, 18th and 19th of November. Yes. And this is going to primarily geared towards risk management. That word that you doesn't want to hear, hedging. Okay, leave that to me. If you don't understand hedging over those 2 days, you don't have the problem. It's I have the problem. Okay, in addition to the hedging, it's only fair. Hedging is not the only thing in the ACCA-FM exams. So we will be looking at other areas, such as you can see my screen here, the introduction to investment appraisal. How is it examined? What are you looking for in a question on investment appraisal? What the little clues are you getting? Then in addition to that, we will then go on to financing decision. But the bottom line is with financing decision, it's all to do with the WACC or the cost of equity or the cost of equity in a non-geared firm. How do you know which one you use and what circumstance? Leave that to me. But then also, what about bond valuation? Okay, how do you work out the yield or the RD on the bond? How do you work out the market value on the bond? How do you incorporate this in the WACC calculation? The 18th and 19th of November, remember the day. But before we get into hedging, what about business valuation? Are you valuing the entire group, which is what we refer to the predator and target, the PT value? Yes, for things like evaluation of bids. Are you doing a cash offer? Are you doing a share for share exchange? Are you doing a mixture? Or it turned up in the previous exams, would you be also giving them tradable debt such as bonds? How do you work out the percentage gains? So these are things we're going to be talking about come the 18th and 19th of November. That's your date. So if we have taken about lunch on the first day to recap on those particular area, we hit it straight into starting with hedging of interest rates. Don't get scared. You will be my friend, because when we talk about interest rate futures, how did they work out that closing price? Why all the time in the questions do they present the answer differently when it's the same substance? Okay, and that is something once we finish interest rates, but I won't be covering that only. We're then going to go options on interest rate futures. What about the interest rate swaps and the interest rate collars that most of you write these exams, don't pass, and you still don't know it? Leave it to Sean, 18th and 19th. I'm getting bored with 18 and 19, but I know you put that in your diary. Okay, and then on day 2, we will continue with the hedging of interest rates, and then we deal with the forex. What about the currency futures? What about the currency options? So here you can get us on our usual information. Yes, and you will be there on the 18th, 19th to improve your chances of passing this exam in December of 2023. That's the date, 18th, 19th, 2 entire day. Then you will get to see what Sean and Libs are all about, what students have been talking about, what those testimonials is basically been reflecting about our materials, our style, and most importantly, our support. See you on the 18th and 19th on that 2-day revision. Take care.